Okay, let's start with question 4. So question 4 is looking at a linear pattern. We've been given 5, 7 and 9, and then question 4.1 says determine t of 51. Okay, so we're finding the general term or the general formula for the following sequence. Okay, so we know that that is Tn equals to a plus n minus 1 times d. Okay, so a is always the first term in your sequence. Okay, and then d is your common difference. So we can see the common difference between 5 and 7 is 2, and the common difference between 7 and 9 is also 2. Okay, so the key word there is linear, so it has a common difference of 2. Okay, so therefore we can just fill everything in. Tn equals to 5 plus n minus 1 times our common difference, which is 2. Okay, now we're looking for the 51st term. So now we're looking for where n equals 51. So t of 51 equals to 5 plus 51 minus 1 times 2. Okay, and if you plug that into your calculator, you get a value of 105. Okay, now let's have a look at 4.2. 4.2 says calculate the sum of the first 51 terms. Okay, so now we're looking for the sum of the first 51 terms. So the formula we're going to be using is the sum to n formula, which says we have n over 2, open brackets, 2a plus n minus 1 times our common difference. Okay, so now we just substitute everything in. Remember, a is equal to 5, which is the first number in our sequence. Okay, so s of 51 is going to be where n is 51 divided by 2. Okay, now we substitute everything else in. 2 times 5, because a is the first term, plus 51 minus 1 times our common difference, which is 2. Okay, and if we plug that into our calculators, we are going to get a value of 2805. Okay, so just some calculator work over there. Now 4.3 is where it gets a little bit more technical. Okay, so 4.3 says write down the expansion of the sum from n equals 1 to 500 of 2n plus 3. Show the first 3 terms and the last term of the expansion. Okay, so we want the first 3 terms and the last term of the expansion. So all we do is we substitute 1 into n's place. Then we substitute 2 into n's place and 3. But remember, the sum of something implies that we've got to take the first term plus the second term plus the third term, so on and so on. So let's write out the first 3 terms. So when n equals 1, 2 times 1 is 2 plus 3 gives me 5. Okay, so that's the first one. Plus, now the second term is going to be when n equals 2. So 2 times 2 is 4, plus 3 gives me 7. Okay, second term. Then we're looking for the third term. Okay, so the third term is going to be 2 times 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9. Okay, so that's our third term. So that's what they wanted. And then they want the last term. So dot, 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 all the way to the 5,000th term. Okay, so the 5,000th term we're going to plug in there, and we're going to get 2 times 5,000 gives me 10,000 plus 3 gives me 10,003. Okay, that's 4.3. Now, 4.4 says hence or otherwise calculate the following. Then they give us the sum from 1 to 5,000 of 2n plus 3 plus the sum from 1 to 4,999 of negative 2n minus 1. Okay, all working details must be shown. So we can see there that they're both linear. Okay, 2n plus 3 is linear, minus 2n minus 1 is also linear. Okay, so we should be thinking of the sum formula for a linear sequence. Okay, so we can do this for the first sequence. Okay, so I'm just going to generate the first term of the sequence because we need the first term. So let's actually generate the first 3 terms. So for the first 3 terms, you can see up top here it's 5, 7, and 9. So we have a common difference of 2 between everything. Okay, so I'm going to generate the sequence for the second one. Okay, so negative 2 times 1 is negative 2 minus 1 gives me negative 3. Okay, now let's have a look at this next one. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4 minus 1 is negative 5. okay, and then plus the next one is -6, that's -7. Okay, so here we have a common difference of -2, there we have a common difference of -2. So for the second one here, D is going to be -2. So I'm going to find S for the first 5,000 terms, okay, of number 1. Okay, that's just going to be 5,000 divided by 2, open bracket. Okay, then that's going to be 2 times 5, because the first term was 5, plus 5,000 minus 1 times a common difference of 2. Okay, and that's going to give me a value of 25,000. Oh, sorry, more than 25,000. That's this number over here. Okay, jumping the gun. And then the next one I'm going to do is for number 2. Okay, and that's going to be the sum to 4999. Okay, so 4999 divided by 2. 2 times the first value, which is -3, plus 5,000. Oh, well, not 5,000. 4999 minus 1. And then the common difference here was -2. Please note that you have to carry the negative with the 2 there. Okay, so now if we calculate that, we're going to get a value of -24999, and then another 3 9s. Okay, so the final answer was, what happens if I add these two together? So we're looking for S of 5,000 plus S of 4999. Okay, that's going to equal to those two values, 250,20123 minus, okay, minus 24. Okay, so that's going to then become a plus. Okay, sorry, plus minus making some mistakes here, minus 2499999, and you're going to get a final answer of 20001. Okay, and that's how you go about doing this question. Okay, if you guys did find this video helpful for question 4, then please leave a thumbs up on the video. It does help me out a lot. If you are enjoying the content, then please do consider subscribing down below and click that notification bell so you are notified every time I release new videos. And remember, it's never too late to have an OIC moment.